Welcome to another edition of the Sports Corner. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today we have the Barnes, Tony, and Dwayne back in the building. What's going on, man? First time in a long time.
I know, Brian. It's great to be back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what have you been up to the last few months?
Man, just busy. Just recently got my master's, and right now just chilling, enjoying the hot weather.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great, man. And obviously,
Congrats on the Masters, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I said that's awesome, also known as congrats, Tony.
No.
But Tony doesn't understand the English language. And I was going to say, it's crazy how quick the narrative changed. You know, when you were last in here, we're talking about, it's going to be a long season for the Reds. And then here we are. Who knew about Ellie De La Cruz? I mean, unbelievable.
You know, I'm actually really sorry for you because, Brian, if you mentioned from the beginning, how we were trashing my Reds, Wow. But I woke up this morning and came to a realization. I was like, man, we're like a few games out of first place, a game out of the wild card. Like, it's tough out here. Our starting pitching sucks. But then I looked into the standings and I was looking at the Yankees and last place. Like, I don't even know how many games out of first place, but 9 games out of the wild card. And I'm just like, it could be worse. It could be worse. I could be a Yankees fan, but I'm not. So, Brian, I've been watching, I've been keeping up, and I'm really sorry. It's tough out here for y'all.
Dwayne, I think you're pretty lucky you're not at the table right now, honestly, dude.
No. I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, is he not right, Tony? Is he not right?
He is right, dude.
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's pretty tough sledding out here. We did get some good news yesterday, there. Which we'll get to in a second. But let's catch up on the comments here.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of comments here. And of course, as always, we have the usual. We have Kev Do in the house early and often for Kev Do. He's first time. Hashtag the company. Josh B coming in second today saying let's go. Hashtag rep the company. Kev Do with the let's go. My mother says good morning. She says going to work. Have a good day. Thanks, Mom. Have a nice day at work as well. Lonnie comes in with another let's go. Absolutely love to see it. Josh B saying, who let this guy on? Yeah, they're talking about you, Dwayne, right there, dude. Scuds fired off the hip, Lonnie says. And then talking sports with Jake. What's up, Jake? Says, did the Yankees lose to the off day yesterday? Oh, my
they won the off day. They finally won a day. They won a day.
They did actually. They actually made some good moves, dude, finally.
Coming in hot. So, obviously, we're excited about that. We'll talk about that. And love having the company in the building as always. Dude. I mean, we talk about it all the time. And it just really brings an additional element. I'm sure you would agree, Dwayne, too, right?
Absolutely.
All the conversation, the energy, you can't beat it.
Dwayne, have you been watching? Have you been keeping up with the sports board? Are you aware of the company? It's okay if not, dude. You can say no. I mean,
absolutely. I tune in every morning.
Wow. You think that was
Tony,
genuine,
why
Brian?
would you doubt Dwayne?
I was doubting.
Now,
I
don't
was
put me on the
asking.
spot
I was
now.
asking. I mean, I know,
no, that sounded like a doubt.
People are busy. Tony. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, I'm being so sincere. I'm being so serious, and I care. But like inside, you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking asshole. I don't care.
I know y'all see me in the comment section.
Yo, what the fuck, man? What the hell, guys? Oh my goodness.
Did you, Tony? Did you get to listen to any of your buddy this morning?
Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, dude. He was, listen, I mean, he's all right. He gets a little over the top sometimes with the
Dan or Larry?
I mean, I guess I haven't seen enough of Larry. I don't know, but God forbid if I say anything against Larry on the show. No, I will say though, I just I feel like today. I mean, he's all right. Again, like the movie references, I enjoy.
Mhm.
Dan Grosso, we're talking about Dwayne on ESPN Radio. He's been filling in for Rick for like 2 weeks now. It almost seems like.
Yeah.
So it was all right. I feel like sometimes they got a little off the rails, talking to Rita football for like 20 minutes. It's like, all right, dude, like,
When is Dave coming back? Next week?
it's got to be next week, I would
Okay.
assume, right? I mean, isn't he's in like the Poconos, Lake George, maybe Lake George?
Oh, Lake
I think
George.
Lake George. Never
Okay.
been to Lake George. Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. No, we were talking about it. You don't remember? I was saying the jet skiing.
Oh,
wide
yes.
open area.
Yes.
that
Love
we
the jet
should- We should
skiing.
go in there.
By the way, Lonnie says good stuff. Dwayne, dude, there we go. Dwayne's got some fans
Thank
out
you,
there,
thank you, thank you.
baby.
Let's
Thank you,
go.
thank you,
Let's
thank you.
go.
And then Rick was there today.
We never said Rick wasn't there.
You hacked. Did I say Rick instead of Dave? I don't know.
I don't
dude.
think you did.
I think I said Dave.
I think
you know what
Lonnie's
I
just
meant,
looking to
Lonnie,
spar
dude.
today,
Yeah,
kinda,
Lonnie.
right?
Ooh, he's looking to talk some shit, dude.
You know, that actually is a really good thing. Actually, no. I was gonna say let's talk about the golf, but actually, before we do that, Tony, I
Wow,
wanted to
dude.
mention this, and I didn't know this was the plan yesterday or anything, but I had mentioned this to you, and I think you wrote it down one time just to like have as like okay, like we could always go there. So a bunch of us, we went to Louis in Greenwich. Remember I was mentioning that to you? Like that it's like Polici's that I had went to like, I don't know, a month ago or so. And then I was saying Louis right over the Greenwich Stanford line, like
Yes.
old school Italian.
Yeah.
I'm not, you have to go there. We went there at like 5:32. So we had like the whole place to ourselves.
And you said this
basically.
wasn't planned? You said yesterday? This was yesterday?
No, well, so what it was is our buddy David, who actually, and I don't think you'll remember this, maybe you will, but the last time I had my golf trip in Scottsdale, I was calling, like videoing in from the course.
Mhm.
He just randomly like came on like the camera.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So he was in town, so we went there, and my boy Benny, that I think you've met once or twice before, he loves it there. He gets really into the ordering. So before I even get there, because I met them there because I was coming from an appointment, they have the appetizers ordered, and this like sampler appetizer. I swear to God, you would go absolutely nuts. So you got shrimp, clams oreganata, and rollatini, and like all like grade
Eggplant or
A-
chicken rollatini?
Eggplant.
Oh.
Yeah, all grade A, like ridiculous stuff. The bread, like all like fresh bread and stuff. Espresso martini as well. And then I got the bolognese, and it was just
Really?
you have to go there. Like you'll like I think what we need to do, we get one more golf outing in at least before the end of the season.
At least.
We go golfing, and then we all go there. Done?
Yeah.
Michael, Matthew, right?
I mean, I know Matthew's definitely in, dude. I don't know about Michael.
Oh, we could. What,
You think so,
You really
dude?
think he's tight?
I don't know. I mean, he always he gets so funny about getting like Italian food out at restaurants.
But I feel like if I just say, "Let me handle it," like you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
like
yeah, you got to force the hand, dude.
yeah. What's that thingy that he's always eating? Like that's Bulgarian, like the
The banitsa.
yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, take the day off from the banitsa. I'll make your order. You'll be happy with it, okay?
Oh,
But yeah, I just had to mention that. And I know you would be riled, Tony. So I know.
Yeah, I'm riled right now, dude.
Yeah, let's
I wanna
go.
go right now.
But yeah, so like I said, he said Dan was filling in for Rick.
That's what he's saying.
David
that I
Jeter.
said. David Jeter. Then he called me. He said, "You hack."
Wow.
I know, dude.
You feeling the love today? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the love. I think maybe Lonnie's a little jealous right now of Dwayne, honestly, being on the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think
Right, dude?
Lonnie wishes he was here right now.
He definitely wishes. He absolutely wishes he was here right now. But you know what? Dwayne was here first, right, Dwayne?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you were here
right.
way before Lonnie.
He earned it.
Yeah.
So as we were talking about yesterday, tour championship starting on Thursday. So we're down to final 30 golfers of the PGA Tour season. And we're going to preview it today since I'll be off, for the next week. So wanted to get that in here.
So I'll be off for the next week.
Well, I'm just saying, I wanted to be here to preview it. And I realized, Tony, I did mess up yesterday when you were asking me, oh, so you're coming back? Like, I'm coming back Tuesday night. So I'll be back literally in a week.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So definitely going to miss the fam, the company. But I know you guys are going to hold it down.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward tomorrow doing the show either with Mike or solo because I feel like Lonnie will be more interested in calling in and get some more air time without you cutting him off and stuff, dude.
Okay, dude.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
Oh, stop.
Come on, dude.
All in good fun, Tony. All in good fun. But of course, as we know now, we're at East Lake, Atlanta, Georgia. This has been a host venue for the PGA Tour for a very, very long time here. And we do have the staggered start. And the guys, that are kind of ahead of the pack, obviously, Scotty at 10. Can you go back to that for a second?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Scotty at 10 under, 2 shots clear of Victor. Rory, 3 shots back at 7 under. Rahm at 6 under. Lucas Glover at 5 under. And then, you have groups from 4 under to even par. Your Homas, the Cantleys, the Brian Harmons, Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele, Tom Kim in the mix there as well. Jordan Spieth way back at even par. So you would think that you would kind of, in terms of winning this one, you wouldn't want to take anybody that's further than 5 shots back.
Yeah.
So that kind of really narrows it down to Scotty, Victor, Rory, John Rahm, and Lucas Glover, coming off kind of a mediocre week at the BMW after 2 consecutive wins. Now, Dwayne, it's been a while. I forgot. Do you follow the golf a little bit, or like where are you with the PGA Tour?
No, I definitely keep track. I don't watch as much as I want to, but I definitely, stay engaged on what's going on in the golf world for sure.
Do you play?
Yeah, I can play a little bit.
Really?
A little bit. There you go.
Nice courses back home?
Yeah, I got a nice drive game. I'm working on my short game, but definitely the driving abilities there.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Tony made his season debut last week.
Oh, how'd that go?
It went all right. What I show, like a 121, I think.
Yeah, so
it's a work in progress, dude.
You have a little handicap?
Sure. I don't even know. How do you even, what do you calculate your handicap?
121. What are we talking about? 45?
But
in all seriousness, you'll be able to keep one once you go on your bachelor parties back to back.
Yes,
the American Pie, Binder. I know you're so around for it, Tony.
Yeah, no, I really am.
Like, talk
I'm
about
around for the golf, dude.
Back to back.
The movie reference. Love it.
You need to like kind of, get yourself energized and be like able to go all out like back to back weeks, that the time in between, like during the week, like full sober, like hydrated,
real,
in between bachelor parties, or no?
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny because Jay and I were talking about it, and we were saying the opposite.
Really,
just keep it going. So like you're more prepared to just deal with it. Dude.
God, that conversation, to hear that one, that's got to be a good one. That's for sure. Oh man.
Dude.
Oh
wow, dude. Lonnie says, funny Tony, Josh B with the rocket emojis. Tony's just firing off scuds today, huh? My goodness. Josh B says the Scuds port. That's funny, dude.
And I am flying JetBlue tomorrow. Flight's leaving at 9, so I'll be in the air, and I should be able to listen to the show while I'm in the air. So don't be talking too much smack, all right? I'll be ready for it. And then Ryan McNeil says Tony does not do much to convince that he's not an alcoholic every show.
Well, it's because I'm not, so I don't feel the need to, Ryan, okay?
Oh, man. That is funny. So, obviously this is a little different, Tony, in terms of picking this, like I said, because it seems like we're pretty narrow here in terms of realistically, who has a shot to win. Do you agree with me that once you're 5 back to start, I mean, it's pretty much very unlikely that you're going to get in the mix here, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, even looking at the guys who are going to be over 5 under here, even like the level of those players, I just can't see any of them like going on a tear to catch someone like Scotty Scheffler, who would obviously have to start making mistakes, like
right.
It's that is tough to say that, but it does. It seems kind of dim,
Yeah. But actually, I am looking at this. Rory, last year, it looks like he started at only 4 under.
Really?
Yeah,
Who was like starting with the most?
Scotty Scheffler,
Really?
and
10 under again?
yeah, and he finished one shot back with Sungjae Im.
So he blew it.
Yeah, and then
That's
the
pretty crazy.
previous 2 years, Cantley and DJ took the lead home. And then the first year of this, staggered start, Rory once again came back at 5 under. So he was 5 back. So kind of gives you an idea that maybe the 4 unders can get in the mix here. You got to just be lights out.
Has anyone like who's been in like a 10 under situation, who's been basically having the best possible scenario for themselves to be number 1 here? Have they, like, when's the last time someone's won?
It was 2021.
Oh,
so
it was.
Cantlay and DJ back-to-back years, 20 and 21.
All right. So
yeah, so that kind of gives us an idea. And also, the length here is 73.46. It's a par 70. The course has been around, or the tournament, excuse me, has been around since 1987. And Tiger Woods' aggregate score has the record 2007. He was 23 under par. So, you think about that. Rory last year winning with a 263. So, Tiger was 6 shots better than that. So that's kind of, where we set the stage here. And I believe it's $19 million to the winner. Are you able to verify that? Let's see here. Maybe schedule. Go to schedule up top.
Oh, wait.
Or maybe, okay.
18 million.
18 million. Okay, so 18. Look at that discrepancy. Like,
I know.
Imagine you miss like a putt at the end, and then
you lose $5.5 million. Or sorry, 12 and a half. 11 and a half.
11 and a half.
Yeah. Quick math.
Drinking already?
What's up, dude? Come on, dude. Stop. Only the coffee, dude.
So I know we kind of, talked about this before, just kind of gave a quick guess, but said we could kind of revisit. But where are you at now, Tony, in terms of who do you think's taking home that $18 million prize?
Honestly, I would say Scotty. I think, the fact that he kind of blew it a little bit last year, I should say. And then knowing that it's like Cantlay and who else did you say? Did you say Bryson?
No.
Who was the no for the previous years who were like the outright top seed? DJ Cantlay.
Yeah.
Have done it recently. It's like it's not like we often see the top seed just totally blow it, So it is, obviously a significant advantage. And I think the fact that Scotty kind of blew it last year, I mean, just seems like he's going to be super dialed in, ready to go. And I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, I understand Victor Hovland coming off a hot, weekend. I've been, talking about him a lot this season, but he's super young. I feel like he's someone who could maybe buckle under some pressure here. Rory, we've seen him kind of blow it too. And then John Rahm, I also kind of feel like disappointing. Where are you is right. So I feel like it's either going to be Scheffler or it's going to be someone from way back. And I'm going to side with Scheffler for this one.
This is tough. So you tell me what's fair here, Tony. So I was going to go with Scotty, but it is my hand forced, basically.
Did not go Scotty?
Yeah.
No, I think we can share the pick.
All right, and then we'll go the sleepers. As well. Yeah. So give me Scotty. Yeah, just for all the reasons you said.
Yeah.
I think you could tell in his post tournament interview, like he's pissed that he's right there and he's not closing the deal. And I just think more than ever he wants to close this thing out. Plus, he's got a 2-shot lead and he's the most consistent player on tour. So I know it didn't work out for him last year, but I know that it's going to work. This year.
Well, averages.
Any thoughts here, Dwayne?
Yeah, I'm actually be on the opposing side. I actually like the hot hand, and I'm gonna go with the youthful Victor Hovland. I think
there we go.
I mean, you talked about he shot 61.
Yes, 61
and the
course
BMW.
record.
Course record. I really think he's playing great golf, and I think it's not a fool's bet to go with Hovland.
Right.
I know everybody go in the sleepers, but and I agree that there's a small pool of potential winners here. So I know I agree that below 5. Under 5, less likely to win it all. But I really like Sung J M. I think he can be someone who can not say he
Ooh,
can
that's a good
win,
sleeper.
but I
Mhm.
think he can make a big play moving
Right.
up the leaderboard for sure.
Pressure off of him,
Mhm.
obviously
Absolutely.
starting eight shots back.
Would you say last year he was like one shot behind?
One shot
Fred?
behind Roy.
Do you know where he started?
Uh,
4 under?
I think so.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
under.
He was 400.
Wow, dude.
Now, what do you think for a sleeper here, Tony?
I'm gonna go with Mike's guy, Tony Finau.
Interesting.
yeah.
So, where's he?
He's sitting there with Sung J M at 2 under.
Okay, so from
dude.
8 back. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Let's do it. Tony.
He's definitely had a good season on tour this year. Max Homa, I'm gonna go with him. He's starting 6 shots back, but it seems like he was red hot in the beginning of the year, kind of cooled off, but towards the end of the year, you've seen him pick it back up again. So give me Max Homa as
dude.
my sleeper pick. And the coverage of this is going to be great, and I hope I have an opportunity while I'm out in California to catch some of this, because 30 golfers, I mean, there's going to be so much attention to every single shot, so stuff that you wouldn't normally see, that's going to be present here, and it's crazy. This is it. This is the week 17, Tony, and then we're a couple weeks away from the Ryder Cup in Rome.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I mean, just talking about the pool here. I mean, do you think it's a little bit like kind of weak that I feel like our selection of players that could possibly win is so small? Do you like this?
I don't, you know what it is? I don't like a staggered start, but then at the same time, how do you make it? Like, there's so many things you have to keep in mind here. That the whole season matters,
right?
Your
Right.
FedEx Cup points, and then this tournament matters without doing it this way, because you don't want someone to win this and then they don't win the FedEx Cup.
Right. No, you're right.
I mean, I guess there really isn't a way. Like, it's either this or they could win it and not win the FedEx Cup. But for some reason, when Tiger in 2018 won and came in second in the FedEx Cup, I don't know. They just thought it was an issue.
Yeah, I know. I guess until there's a solution, it's not a problem, huh?
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, the game's unpredictable. So, I'm a little weird about the staggered start as well, but I mean, we've seen crazier things happen.
You know what would be interesting, though, because, we saw the schedule come out next year and there's not a match play event on it. They got rid of the one that was in Austin, and they haven't been able to find, a new host venue. But if they did match play with this, and, the 1 seed obviously would be whoever had the most FedEx Cup points, and they would do it that way. Like, I wonder if that would be more effective. I like the match play tournaments.
No, I think that's something that they have to consider, or have in the past, or at least recently have thought about.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think, Tony?
The match play?
Go to match play, and then, Scheffler would play like, either Burns, Griot, Hatton, Spieth, or Straka.
I like that a lot. I think that creates a more competitive atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a little more personal, dude.
Yeah. Get right in your face.
Yeah.
Well, and it would be a good warm up for the Ryder Cup or the President's Cup. So yeah, I can't wait to see what the deal is there. But push comes to shove, what do you guys think? Do you think that Captain Zach Johnson will take Brooks on the team or no?
Tony, what you think?
Yeah. You think no?
I don't know. Yes, but I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's a gimme. I don't know if it's a gimme, but I'll just say yes.
Yeah, that's how I am too. But it's funny, if you were really doing, putting the best golfers out there, I mean, I think Bryson would be on there too. I know he hasn't had the best season with LIV and the majors and stuff, but in that type of tournament, I mean, Brooks and Bryson to go along with, Morikawa, Scheffler, Hovland. I mean,
You want the best golfers out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Jordan Spieth. So I really hope they don't leave Brooks off. I think that would be a mistake. But it is kind of interesting. Who do you guys think deserves to be on the team more? Brooks, who, obviously won the PGA, runner-up at the Masters, or Lucas Glover, who's won 2 out of the last 3 weeks?
I Oh, I guess it's so tough, dude. I mean, I guess I would go Glover.
Yeah,
Hot hand right now. Momentum.
the wife.
Oh, if he doesn't get on the team, the wife will kill him, dude. Oh my god, dude. Are you aware of his wife situation, Dwayne?
No, I'm not so much.
I want to say this was maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. A domestic dispute had kind of erupted, and it kind of was like Lucas Glover's wife was getting physical with him because he was not playing golf very well. The alcohol, she drinks a lot.
Drinking.
The mother-in-law got involved. The wife got arrested, but Lucas Glover comes out and it's all okay. They smoothed it out, but did they really? You never know. Oh,
Lonnie says the wife is looking for Tony.
did he actually say that?
Yeah. Tape delay.
Tape delay. The wife is looking for Tony. I have been talking about this, and I kind of now feel bad because it's just 3 years ago. Maybe they have resolved it, but I'm airing out dirty laundry again, dude.
He's made like $4 or $5 million.
He's made like
this
a
year.
lot of money, so she's probably really happy now.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, that's what they
it.
say, dude.
That's it.
I think she was. Maybe she's moved past it. I'm sure me talking about it doesn't bother her.
I forgot. What did you say? Brooks or Lucas that deserve it more.
I have to agree with Tony. I believe Lucas.
Yeah.
Hot hand. He's playing the best right now.
Yeah. So that's going to be some drama. That's going to be interesting to play out. That's for sure. As well as this week at Eastlake. So I'm counting on Tony for some strong leaderboard updates.
Yeah, man.
On both Thursday and Friday. I don't know. Have they announced tee times? I don't know if you.
I don't think so, dude.
So go to leaderboard.
No. I think they did actually. I thought I saw it.
Just go up.
Go up.
Go to leaderboard. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait. So go all the way down. So, okay. So basically, it's just gonna be a Friday leaderboard update.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Maybe we can get some early Sepp Straka.
Jordan Spieth. Jordan Spieth
too. Yeah.
Jordan Spieth.
What's the deal? I notice this a lot when they have like the Titleist next. I understand that's probably their sponsor, right? But
No, the ball that they use.
Why do they have to say that specifically?
I'm guessing that it's some sponsorship
thing,
but it's like some ridiculous amount of golfers use Titleist balls. I want to say it's like over 80%.
I mean they're the prime, right? What do you use? Callaway?
I am all over
garbage balls.
I'll use anything.
You don't care.
I mean, it's not that I don't care, but also, I mean, it is kind of ridiculous to be buying like, you get a 3 balls, that are the Pro Vs and they're like $21.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It just
seems like a lot. Seems like kind of a ripoff, honestly.
Yeah. And there's so many in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, that's what I've always kind of used is just balls that I found in the woods.
I mean, I found that dope one with the Jets logo on it.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Like that's a Let's Go.
Yeah.
Like Lonnie and Josh B.
Let's
Raul,
go, dude.
Capdew,
Aaron Rodgers.
The darkness.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. All right. So, let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Skip.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
I'll see you at the stadium today, brother.
We're in Washington, right?
No, we're not.
Well, we're at home in the Bronx.
We're seeing you at the stadium tonight, brother.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, really. I should
going?
have planned this. I should have planned it out that I would go to the game and then stay at the hotel at JFK, nice and easy in the morning.
I mean, you still can, right?
No,
it's over.
Yeah,
Are you packed?
I am packed for the most part.
Oh, toiletries and maybe some shoes and stuff.
Yeah, I usually let Sam figure that stuff out.
What do you mean?
Like no, so
she
buy the
packs your
travel
shoes?
size. No, not
Oh, okay.
shoes, but I'm
Okay.
saying the toiletries.
Oh, okay, that's
the
nice.
The toothpaste.
That's very
the
nice of her, dude.
mouthwash.
Are you like a pack light guy?
No. So I used to be, and now I overpack clothes because I hate not having what I need.
Right.
And then you run out of stuff. And it's like,
What about Sam?
I mean, I guess we're probably both overpacked just because we don't want to.
So there's no such thing as like a short trip. You two share one piece of luggage or something like that.
No.
That's too bad.
But it works out good too.
How
And
many
like,
golf shirts? Lonnie wants to know.
I
He didn't say.
did he didn't.
No, he didn't ask. I'm sure he's thinking that though.
I was gonna seriously answer that question, but now I feel like I'm being trolled, so I'm not.
Oh, dude, because now I'm sure Lonnie does want to know.
But I honestly probably did
that.
bring 5 or 6, but also I'm not golfing, so
Right.
that's just like to go out to dinner and stuff.
You're tight.
I mean, maybe it's good to give the finger a break, but it would be nice to play Torrey Pines.
Does that still bother you, the finger?
I mean, it's just always swollen, but maybe we'll talk to Proper in the offseason.
Dr. Proper.
Yeah, Dr. Proper.
He's coming in today.
He's not a hand specialist, though. That's the thing. Wait, is he going Dreamers Free today?
No. He's coming in to talk social media strategies and stuff for him.
Social media strategy. Interesting.
Yeah, because
okay.
he wants to, up his social media, YouTube channel, stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're the people to do it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
So we did kind of allude to this, already, but and Dwayne was talking about how it's just been such a struggle for the Yankees, for us Yankee fans. And yesterday we finally got the news, the stuff that we've been talking about for months and months and really years. The whole narrative about playing the kids, giving them the opportunity, getting rid of these journeymen that have no future with the team. And the Yankees announced yesterday that before today's game, both Everson Pereira and Oswald Peraza will be promoted from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre and be playing on an everyday basis. So that is, quoting Brian Cashman, music to all of our ears as Yankee fans. And if you look at these players individually, starting with Pereira, who, you really didn't hear too much about before this season when he really started kind of, kicking it into high gear. So combined between double and AAA this year, he has 18 home runs, 64 RBIs. He's hitting an even 300, slugging 548. And he does have 11 stolen bases, coming off a year which he stole 21. So has some speed, plays left field, position that we've been looking to fill conceivably since Brett Gardner stepped away. So, has power, athletic, he's 22 years old. I mean, this could not be more of a better thing for this Yankee team. This is the energy and the type of player that you need on the major league roster. No?
I don't know. Dwayne's just cheesing over there.
I mean, that's cute and all, but is that going to help you this year?
Well, it's not. I'm not talking about for. It's so I am talking about this year, but I'm also, counting on him to be a future outfielder for us. So for this year, I mean, honestly, there's a couple of things here. First of all, you want this guy to be a starter for you for the next 10 plus years. He needs to get experience, and also, what a better way for him to adjust to major league pitching for games moving forward that conceivably don't matter. So I'd rather have him, maybe there'll be some struggles here. I'm sure there'll be some good moments as well, but to have him be kind of set, ready to go to be our opening day, starting left fielder next year with this 30 plus games of experience under his belt. And he's clearly done his job in the minor leagues.
No, absolutely. In all seriousness. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a great idea. I mean, I see he has a great bat and has that speed. So when you're playing games that necessarily don't really matter, especially like now, it's definitely helpful to get your youth movement going, get these cats ready to go for the next season. So
yeah, we talked about it yesterday. It's actually kind of funny how we were literally like talking about this yesterday. It's like, when are they going to call it up? And I don't know who said it. I think it was Tony said right now, but it's so many people, like, even I hear people calling the ESPN radio, people on Twitter all the time, like, oh, like, why are you bringing up these guys now? They should have been brought up the whole time. Like, what's the point? And dude, I mean, obviously, yeah, you're not playing for this year anymore. And it's like, you want to think about your future. These guys are your future. You want to get them, looks at, major league pitches right now, like you want to send this guy into the outfield, make him get some confidence defensively, which he can certainly do that easily. Obviously, you would imagine it'll take some time to adjust with the at-bats and everything, but let him play left field. Send him around the bags a little bit. Like, let him get that confidence and his speed, tracking down balls defensively. And then, come next season when you guys are trying to be competitive again, like, this guy will be ready. And maybe, like any other batter, like any other player in the major leagues, he's going to have his, his streaks and his, his woes and stuff like that. But he's going to be ready to be a major league, left fielder. And that's what the Yankees specifically desperate. I mean, that was one of the largest holes that you have to fill, I feel like, is some of your outfield.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a huge step, dude. Huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would imagine this will be sayonara to Billy McKinney. And Yanni looking for some more scud here.
He says, why does the baseball segment always start with the Yankees talk? Exactly why Tony Lee has 2 seconds to talk.
Lonnie, listen, I know what happened here. What? You're watching the show, you're dialed in, but the problem was last night, Tony's mice, a little bit of a rough night's sleep. So you're coming for blood today.
Oh, wow.
We are still your friends, Yanni. So, you could take it easy, bud.
But I'm coming for blood, Michael.
Yeah.
Why, did you get some sleep last night?
Yeah, come on.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, was you making breakfast yet? Come on, dude.
But so, that's great. It's exciting to see. And it gives really us fans like a reason to watch. Like, we want to see Pereira. And I guarantee too, he goes, what?
What?
That's how you know he's overtired, because he doesn't even know that we're joking around. Come on. I guarantee that both Pereira and Peraza are going to give the Yankees a shot in the arm. And I think instantly they're going to make an impact and look better, because they're going to have energy. Even Anthony Volpe spoke out and said, what's missing right now. And he says the energy, guys having fun out there. And when you bring up guys that haven't played in the majors at all or barely at all, and they're getting in every opportunity, they're going to be pumped up and they're going to provide that energy. So I think that's great.
Yeah, not to mention, you mentioned creating more buzz of the fans. I mean, Brian Cashman, if there's anything he does, he runs this team like a business.
Right.
And, I could only imagine, I think they were talking about actually, Dan and Rick were talking about it yesterday.
Well, I thought Dan was
in for Rick.
For Rick, yeah.
Yeah. They were saying, like, come September, like, who's going to be going to Yankee? Like, kids are going to get back at school. People
right.
work, summer's over, attendance all-time low. I mean, this is going to be something, that is going to bring people into the seats. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Brian, Jay, and I will go to another game.
Yeah.
I'm sure tickets will be kind of cheap, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
100%.
So I obviously it's a good move for everyone involved. And I kind of do hope we go to another game.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of sick.
That'd be great. Get another good deal on the seats.
Lonnie,
sure.
by the way, says, I know you guys are joking, but still.
No, the joke was that you were throwing out a lot of scuds to start today, so that it was because you didn't get a good night's sleep last night.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it seems like because you're a little slow this morning, maybe you did.
Thank you, B. You see where scud firing Tony messed up earlier now.
What did I do?
No, just about Rick. Like,
dude. Yeah.
But the other part of this, being Oswald Peraza, and we've seen him already. He played in 18 games last year, started a game in the ALCS, but this year he's played in only 19 games. Didn't do well, 173, but in the minors, 63 games in AAA. 14 homers, 36 RBIs, 16 stolen bases. So has had a good year down there. I'm guessing the plan is to have him at third, Volpe at short, and then go with, LeMahieu, and then, Jake Bowers, or, you can move guys around too. IKF can rotate in there. But the deal is Peraza, I would imagine every day is going to be playing either third or second, with Volpe holding down short. But yeah, I've been excited about Peraza for a while. And I think this is going to be great to see him finally get, a consistent stretch. And by this time the season's over, he'll almost have, this year alone, almost 50 games of major league experience under his belt, preparing him to be a vital part of this team in the coming years.
Out of all these call-ups, who do you think starts off the hottest?
Pereira.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that round
been red hot.
Yeah.
Ever since the AAA promotion, been red hot. Corey had him in Somerset. Said he's unbelievable. So
Corey.
and I think too, there's something. Peraza's been a highly touted prospect for a while, but Pereira kind of really burst on the scene this year. So I think he just really is excited for this opportunity. And not to say Peraza's not excited, but just there's nothing like your first call up to the major leagues.
There's nothing.
And where the expectations have gone from, are you even going to make it to the major leagues to you might be the starting outfielder for the next 10 years. I mean, that's a lot, and that's a lot to be excited about.
And I said, you better come.
And then Peraza, I love the speed element as well. I think he's going to be stealing a lot. So there's just going to be a lot more contact, Tony, a lot more speed, and a lot more guys in motion. And I think that's a great thing, no? Speaking of a tight one.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that is a great thing. I mean, bat to ball contact is something that the Yankees have been certainly missing. Speed around the bags for sure. I mean, these are things that, I think a lot of Yankee fans, the Yankee organization has been missing a lot, let alone, you mentioned the Leonard energy all-time low, and just to shake things up. I mean, it's going to be huge. And like you said, if this guy comes in hot, if any one of these guys comes up, relatively hot, like you said, Peraza's been killing it in the minors ever since, his promotion. I mean, that's huge. If you can carry that over into the majors, I think that's that type of switch that the Yankees would need to flip to kind of maybe go on a little bit of a stretch here, winning some games. I mean, we're playing the Nationals here. So it certainly seems like the chips are on the table here. So,
yeah. And then it actually gives you some momentum next year. It's like, wow, we got 3 guys that are all in their early 20s that are going to be in our opening day lineup next year.
Yeah.
Let's get that done, America.
Not to mention some other guys that might help. And speaking of that, they did mention they didn't give an exact date. I'm guessing it's going to come, which would be next week with the September 1st call-ups. But the Austin Wells will get the promotion to the major league. So I would imagine they're going to wait.
Is sick, dude.
The left-handed catcher, the power, and another guy with the energy. So I really welcome that. And imagine the 4 of them, including Volpe, in the opening day lineup next year. That's something. I mean, that's half your team is all these young 20-year-old guys. Completely changes the complexity of the team. It gets that energy level up. Also, the Martian, Jason Dominguez, Tony, promoted to AAA. So here's a guy who really had a tough start in AA this season, but has been on fire. And Corey said he got to know him well. Great kid. And he's been in the Yankee organization, I think, since he was 17. I think he's 21 now, 20 or 21 right now. What we got?
20 years old.
20 years old.
Oh, it's the 2 S's in Jason. That's crazy.
So he's going to be in AAA, and then if he does well there, I mean, why not? A lot of stolen bases, some power, which you love to see, and obviously those numbers are a little bogged down by hitting 170 the first 6 weeks of the season. So you're really excited about that. That's another guy to look forward to. So you'd imagine he'd have some success in AAA. So here you go. I mean, this is the future, the hope, the plan, everything we've been talking about. So this is how the narrative changes. We talk about other organizations, the Braves, the Dodgers, the stuff that they've done,
the Orioles,
the Astros, with the system. So we're finally giving ourselves that chance. And it almost reminds me, and it's obviously completely different, but the period of time where George Steinbrenner got suspended from baseball and in the early 90s. And that's when they went to the farm and went to the Jeters and the Andy Pettits and the Bernie Williams, just to name a couple guys. I know, of course, Mariano Rivera. So, I think let's go. I guess 2016 was the last time that we really, into 2017 was the last time where you had multiple guys getting opportunities. Unfortunately, out of all those guys, Judge and Torres were the only ones to make it out of a much larger group. So you got to just hope this time that you're going to get 4 or 5 starters out of this group.
Which I think is reasonable to think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a strong performance by Oswald Peraza the rest of this season,
the consistent jacking,
definitely solidifies Glaber being moved.
Yeah, I think so. Which is going to happen.
Yeah.
Sid.
Yeah. So, some good feeling for once, I have to say.
Yeah.
Imagine if Rodon throws 6 scoreless tonight.
Yeah, dude.
No?
Oh, you think you will?
Nationals? But Nationals have been hot. CJ Abrams.
I could see like maybe 6 innings, 3 earned runs.
But he
Quality
does
start.
always better though.
Well, yeah, I would say so. Yes. I mean, I feel like his last few starts, it's like just put the ball on a tee, Brian. Okay.
Not quite Luis Severino.
No, but not too far behind.
What do you guys think is going on with Severino? Like that, it's just 6, 7 earned runs every time. I mean, batting practice, tipping, or
I mean, it's clear he's going through something. I think it's just just how players just go through a funk. I think that's just a prime example of someone just in their funk.
Yeah, I don't know. I think tipping would be. I don't think it's just him tipping his
or missing
pitches.
location.
Yeah, I think it's a combination: missing locations, lack of confidence. What's his velocity at, Brian?
I think it's still at least 95,
Okay.
96.
Does he use his fastball a lot? Like what? Yeah, he predominantly fastball.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like a lot of the issues that I saw with like Scherzer, for example, giving a lot of home runs, like he just thinks his fastball can blow past people, and it's just not doing that anymore.
Yeah. No, and it's like it doesn't blow by people when he doesn't locate it, but when he locates it, it's very effective. So
right. Yeah. It's one thing if
location
if you're like picking off the the corners of the strike zone, it's one thing, but when you're just trying to hammer a fastball, it's just not going to work out. And I feel like Sevy's what 30.
I think he's 29.
Really?
Yeah.
But he's like 31, 32. No.
But when you're missing your spots, though, because we talked about like location, where these pitches are ending up at. When you're missing your locations,
29.
When you're missing your locations, that as a hitter, you kind of already at one step above like the pitcher.
Right.
So that's why you see these home run numbers going up because you gotta put something in there, especially if you're missing your spots.
Right.
As a hitter, you're like, oh, I know what kind of pitch. It's very easy to think. I know what's coming up next.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
And it's a shame because we know he's always had the stuff, the arm, he's been very talented. And it's like he's given us no choice. We obviously can't re-sign him this offseason. And I just have a feeling he's going to go to a no-pressure situation somewhere else next year.
Change of scenery.
And do very well. And it's just annoying, but you can't re-sign him. So you're stuck.
Yeah, he throws that fastball 46% of the time.
Yeah.
What do you think his price is?
Oh, I mean, at this point, I think he wanted probably like 150 million. I think at this point, in all seriousness, I don't even know if he'll get 1 year, 10 million.
Really?
What do you think, Tony?
What does he get? 15 a year now?
Yeah, I mean, but like a really good starting pitcher's in the 40s, upper middle, mid 30s, lower 30s.
But with the demand of starting pitching nowadays, I feel like someone will at least, give him 10.
I think 10 is like pretty.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a lot off of what he thought he was going to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. Looks like his average velocity, by the way, on the fastball is 96.6.
Okay, so I mean that's right there. I mean,
yeah, no, yeah, it really is.
It's up from
with the past few years. Yeah, it's a little up. His highest average velocity was the 2017 and 2018 season. 97.6 on average, which is pretty crazy.
What would be your feeling, Tony, if the Mets picked him up in the offseason, 1 year deal?
1 year deal, I wouldn't be that opposed to it, to be honest.
Would you throw him in the rotation or have him be a reliever?
I'd try and throw him in the rotation.
Yeah.
Depending on who else we pick up.
Yeah. I could say Epler. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't see why not, especially like, oh man, I mean the look on Brian's face if Severino does well, yeah. Michael Wacha, dude. But honestly though, I think it would be terrible to take a chance on him, especially it's like, I mean the rotation. I mean, come on, dude. David Pearson trying to go out for like a spot in the rotation. McGill trying to go out for a spot. Carrasco, come on, like we need to get some new faces around here, dude.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So it'll be an interesting situation to monitor. And we're gonna go to the Mets from last night, but while we're doing that, I mean Lonnie, Josh B, like what are the comments about Peraza? I know Josh B got a little tight. I was just kidding, and I was saying like, oh, Peraza and Pereira, like the run is starting. I said that on Gaming Corner last night. If anybody didn't catch that, it's available.
Gran Turismo, dude.
Gran Turismo, good time. Tony, Michael.
Renee was in the studio.
Renee was in studio.
I don't know if you heard me, by the way, last night, but PGA 2K23 got it for free.
Okay, I heard
Yeah.
something about
dude.
that.
So
Did you play it yet?
I downloaded it last night, Brian. I didn't play it yet, dude.
That.
Just saying though.
But I'm saying, step up your game. What's
Dude,
up?
Jay and I will be playing. Watch out, Brian. Okay.
You got a week. You got a week.
Josh says I'm busy at work.
LOL.
Just listening.
But
Well, I appreciate you just listening, Josh. Though,
appreciate you
honestly.
just listening, but just a quick comment about the Pereira process situation.
Oh, yeah, do you care? Honestly, it's just like let's just wait for next season.
I can tell you what Josh B is saying. He's obviously beaten down like all of us are. So I think he's excited. Yeah, they should have done this like a while ago. They're not going to go to run. I know I was kidding, Josh. But I think that's where he's at. I think he's excited to see them, but thinks it should have happened sooner. Hopes that they do well and show that they're going to be a part of the future, right? I mean, what else?
Yeah.
What other angle could there be, Tony?
No, that's it, dude. By the way, this is kind of breaking news, I suppose, but a half hour ago, Jeff Passan Rays put Franco administrative leave.
Yeah.
Tough, dude.
He said he didn't do it, though.
Well, don't they all say that at first?
But isn't it innocent until proven guilty?
Well,
I'm just
yes.
kidding.
No,
I mean,
it
it's
is.
the overwhelming perception is that it's over.
Yes, which it is kind of a shame because it should be innocent proven guilty. However, this is, I think, the extenuating circumstance. And also this day and age, I mean, I feel like that's PR 101 is just deny it at first.
Right.
Immediately deny. But I mean, what does that really
So one
do
thing,
for
I mean,
you,
I guess
dude?
the one thing I would say though, I mean, I guess if it is true, like he just can't help it, but like, he's making all that money, like why would he need to do that though? You know what I mean? But I guess if he's just sick and can't help it, I mean, I guess that's the answer. But
It seems like he's sick.
You're pretty much sold that this wouldn't come up if it wasn't. The only thing I'm thinking is, I mean, what if somebody's literally just trying to get a big payday?
I mean, I understand that, but normally, like, why? Like, obviously, these things have happened in the past to people where it is false allegations looking for a payday.
Right.
But I feel like it's never really happened to a baseball player.
No.
No. And I feel like for Wander Franco specifically, it just seems like too almost like specific or like too far fetched for it to be him. Normally, it's like like a big actor or something like that. Not like a young baseball player. So it is pretty interesting. Of course, he is innocent until proven guilty, I suppose. Although this happened in the DR, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's their judicial system like? I would imagine it gets tried over there. Is it just like you're out? That's it? It's over? I don't even know what they have.
I'm sure there's a trial, but I imagine him in that prison. I mean, geez, that's tough.
That's not good, dude.
No.
Josh B, by the way, does say it's about time. Should have been much, much sooner, I think, is what he was saying.
Yeah. It should have, but at least the time is here. We're down on the hill tonight, so we'll talk about it more in a second, Tony. Did you get a chance after Turismo to catch the end of the Mets game, or was it pretty much over?
Turismo. No, I did actually. It was actually really nice that I caught some of the Met game because, you know me, it's not often I get to sit down and watch a game. But yeah, dude, I did. I want to say I came in like the 5th inning.
Cheesing.
Yeah, I was feeling a little good, but they just pulled.
Couple beers.
No,
Turismo?
no, dude. Water, Brian.
Continue.
Oh, by the way, Josh, real quick though, says I would have had the belief you had longer had they did it when Judge got hurt.
True. Should have. But wanted that extra year, Josh, in service time. Thank God they got that so they could lose 8 in a row. Continue, Tony.
Thank you. So David Peterson on the mound again. I was talking about it a little bit before. Peterson certainly, looking to try and bag himself a spot in the rotation next season for the Mets.
I don't think he exactly did it.
No, I don't think he exactly did it either. His final line ends up being 4 2/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, only 4 Ks, through 93 pitches over those 4 2/3. Had to bring in, Bickford in the 5th, I think with 2 men on, which we'll talk about him because he's been pretty impressive. But, just looking here, at Peterson by himself, first inning, he went through pretty unscathed. Acuna does reach on an infield single to start off, line out, but then Riley also grabs a double play, which, we know about the Mets infield doing a phenomenal job in turning double plays this season. But Peterson gives up a solo shot from Marcell Ozuna in the bottom of the 2nd. It was, we know about Peterson with the curve and the change up that he predominantly hits, but this fastball was off of a pretty actually well located slider. So you really can't necessarily blame him for that one. Just because, Ozuna, we know about the talented batters there in the Braves lineup. But then an inning later, gives up a few hits. Acuna, Arcia, both hits, seemingly mostly over his sliders. And of course, Harris comes up with a double to center, scoring 2. Again, slider, 85. It seemed like that a lot of the Braves batters were kind of anticipating that his slider on the inside, bottom corner of the strike zone. So, and because of that, they were able to pull that ball for base hits. And it seems like Pearson never really made that adjustment, I think, or ended up making it too late and just lost some confidence. We know about the home run too in the 4th. Marcell Ozuna, a changeup just over the middle, just didn't have it.
He's kind of having a resurgent year.
Marcell Ozuna, yeah, he really is, dude. Really great for the Braves. But in terms of looking at Peterson and maybe having a rotational spot, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously the guy, it's a tough lineup that he pitched against, but he's giving up too many hits. These batters are forcing him into 6, 7, 8 pitch at bats. And it's just, it's his pitch count's so high. It doesn't seem like he can give you some length. Again, we've seen him come out of the bullpen a few times, give you 2 or 3 innings in the middle of the game, which that kind of seems to be his wheelhouse, honestly. A reliever you can throw in there for maybe some extended relief if you need. And someone you can kind of, again, like use on back-to-back nights, not worry about that because he has the endurance of a starting pitcher. And I feel like that should be his role. I understand David Peterson wants to be in the rotation and contribute more, to the Mets. But, I mean, I think he should really realize his role of becoming a bullpen piece because the Mets desperately need a bullpen piece, honestly, at this point. As many bullpen guys as they seemingly can get, honestly. And if Peterson is one of them, I mean, I think that's the role he should fall into. And on top of that, they need a more reliable starter. So nothing really against Peterson. I mean, I think he's someone who, like I said, could do well out of our bullpen. And I think that's, again, him realizing that and his role, all the more better, I think, for his career, honestly, at this point. Because what do you want? Like, honestly, you want to keep getting sent out there and getting popped? Like, no, nobody wants that, dude. But on the Mets side of things, they started scoring early and often. I talked about win-ins for Atlanta and
Pops.
how he got a little popped here. And I talked about how his last start, 7 innings, no earned runs. I think only giving up 3 hits to the Mets, of course. And I thought today would be a little different. I mentioned that DJ Stewart would have a dinger, and he did in the 2nd inning, dude. He started the scoring early and often, solo shot, slider, low and away. He just barreled it to right field there. And then after that, Ortega with his 2nd home run. I want to say I think his 2nd in 3 games.
Yeah.
And that was his 2nd home run, of his career, which is great. And then moving forward at the top of the 5th, this is where things really opened up. It was a 4-4 game. Winning still pitching there. Let's see. I believe it started, I think, with Nimmo with a base hit to lead off the inning. I could be wrong. Oh, no, Nimmo was actually walked to lead off the inning. Lindor with a single to right, which brought Nimmo to 2nd. And then McNeil with a nice, 2 RBI single to right field, scoring Nimmo and Lindor. Tying up the game there, making it 4-4. Alonso RBI single, making it 5-4. Vogelback RBI single, making it 6-4. They pull winning. They bring in Brad Hand, who honestly kind of struggled a little bit. But DJ Stewart with a sack bunt, which I feel like we have not seen a lot of this season, really around the league, let alone just from the Mets. But it was literally a perfect sack bunt. Brought in Alonso, made it 7-4. Love to see that. Narvaez ended up striking out that inning. Narvaez really sucks, dude. He's got to get DFA'd or something.
But you might run down to Billy Epler's office and do it for him.
Honestly, dude. Literally.
Yeah.
And then, after that, top of the 6th there, Lindor with a 3-run homer, made it 10-4. We'll talk about Lindor in a second, Brian. Don't get worried. I think it was his 23rd home run of the season. Got a 79th RBI, I think.
254 now.
Yeah, no, dude,
Maybe
literally,
260.
he probably will, honestly. and I'm going to tell you why here. On the bottom of the ninth, Drew Smith came in a little shaky. I was telling Jay, Drew Smith historically blows it, hits, or I think he strikes out Williams, and then Grissom gets on, but ends up getting fly out, strikes out Harris to end the game. That was pretty solid. 10-4, bang, just like that. Big win for the Mets, obviously. And I took this screenshot of some stats. Let's see where they are, because Keith and Cohen over there do a phenomenal job on the broadcast. So, so the Mets in August obviously have been doing pretty well. Specifically, Francisco Lindor this month, 7 extra base hits, 13 RBIs, an 896 OPS, batting .347 this month. So pretty impressive there. We know Alonso's been heating up the home runs, 9 home runs this month for him. Like I said, I think Lindor has 79 RBIs, 23 home runs. I have to double check that. But it's pretty great to see 78 RBIs, 23 home runs. I think it's good to see that, dude. I mean, he's been, I guess, obviously with those stats, been pretty hot, this month. Brandon Nimmo too. I mean, we know he's got, his career high in home runs, I think 18 right now, but this month too, batting .361, 6 extra base hits. I think that's great. Honestly, obviously, people are like, oh, can we do this all year? Yeah. But again, like, obviously, the year's over, dude. You can't really look back on it and be like, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. It's not. It can't be. So that's
and
just,
it's like nice timing for all these guys. I mean, come on, imagine if they were doing it when it actually counted.
That's really what I'm talking about right now.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, next year, like, it's nice that they're doing that now.
But are you confident that next year? I mean, I guess there's just not going to be as much pressure because of what the front office said. But do you have a sneaking suspicion, Tony, that some moves are going to be made, some trades, where that whole like, oh, we're kind of not competing is going to go out the window?
Yes, honestly, I think it will. Especially because I feel like now, with Steve Cohen maybe seeing this, is going to get a little bit more enticed and rattled to be
why wait a year?
Yeah, why wait?
Do it now.
Let's just go get out.
Right?
Let's just get somebody
now.
Like, they could be doing this all season next year. I feel like he's getting riled for it because at the heart of it, we know Cohen is just he's a fan. He's a fan of the Mets, so
yeah,
he wants to see them win just as much as anyone. So I mean, I think that means a lot for sure. And obviously, I'm highlighting Lindor a lot because of certain things certain people said about Lindor, but
yeah, I mean, those are nice, like, numbers for a shortstop who was making like $10 million, maybe.
I mean, I feel like I think he's tied with Seager now for like the highest WAR in the league. He's got the most RBIs. Top shortstop in the league, dude. We're even over this.
Average is 70 points higher.
Okay.
All right, just saying. God.
How much Seager getting paid? Do we know? What's his contract? Do you actually know? I don't really know.
$300 million over 10 years, I think, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take that contract instead. No.
I guess doesn't it kind of all average out a little bit?
Does it?
But yeah, dude. I mean, again, and I think having these guys remain positive and creating a good atmosphere for the young guys coming in, I think is huge for next season. I mean, that's what you want a young core, developmental side of players to come into. Some veterans who have a good attitude, even though they're in a tough situation, and on top of that, are performing.
Right.
And that's great, dude. So it's cool to see. I think obviously there's still things to clean up. The bullpen, their starting rotation. I think that Bickford actually. I'm gonna go back to his line because he was actually super impressive last night. Again, getting getting that second out in the 5th, kind of saving Peterson's ass there. Sorry, of course I just lose the game, gotta go Monday night. Here we go, 10-4, Bickford, and I think it's like 2 2/3, maybe 2 1/3, 2 inning in the 3rd, 3 Ks, gave only 1 hit. Fastball was looking mean. He's someone who I think has been a little bit more surprising to me. Especially he's the guy I think we just picked up for cash from the Dodgers. So great job, honestly. Maybe, maybe it was a good scouting department. Who knows, dude, that saw that. Because I think out of 4 appearances for the Mets so far, he's given up maybe, I think, 3 hits and no earned runs. So pretty good for him. Fastball is good. I think 95, 96. So I like it.
Yeah.
That's a bright spot. Jay Stewart, hot, but I mean, it doesn't really matter much, but
yeah, it's something.
It's something.
Yeah. Before we get to the picks, I just kind of was curious where you were, Dwayne. I was looking it up. You know, the Reds. I think they were off to a lot hotter start, kind of tapered back. They've settled, a few games, over 500 here, one game back of the third wild card spot. What are your expectations the rest of the way?
It's a great question. Honestly, at this point, I don't think we're gonna win the NL Central, but like I said, we're only a game out of the wild card spot. So ultimately, I think if we can just like string along at least, a couple series wins, getting hot and going into September, I really think we can make a push and get one of those wild card spots. Pitching is definitely a primary concern. We had a guy with the name Luke Weaver, who gave up 7 runs a night. Man, it's just the first inning he'll give up at least like 3 home runs, like back to back to back. But we are getting healthy back in our starting pitching. We got Hunter Green, who just got his first star after a while on the DL. But yeah, I think we have young players who are contributing. So we have a nice combination of youth and also experience with Joey Votto in the Stray still. But yeah, I think the expectation right now is definitely the wild card.
Yeah, and it's funny with De La Cruz. I feel like just because I wasn't closely following the situation, it seemed like every time I would watch SportsCenter, he'd have all these like highlights and stuff. But then I just looked up the numbers. Did he have like a big slump or something and then he's kind of like worked his way out of? I figured I was gonna look at his stats. He was gonna have like 20 home runs, hitting like 300 or something. And I think he's hitting like 257 with 10 homers or something. Like, has he not been as hot recently?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of pitchers starting to know how to pitch him now. We know he can hit a fastball.
Yeah.
So now a lot of teams are starting to attack him with a lot of off-speed stuff, a lot of stuff down away. He's known the chase, and that's really causing him to get behind counts and really start his strikeout rate is definitely increasing and whatnot. But again, once he makes contact, as you mentioned, that anything can happen. I mean,
just
triple,
put it in play
inside
triple on an infield single,
inside the park home run. But he's electric. So what he needs to do moving forward is definitely work more so on his plate coverage, and just watching the ball closely as it's coming. But yeah, he's definitely been known to chase. So his numbers, if you look at his numbers and his average, you can see the slippage and the strikeouts. But again, if you throw him a fastball, he does not miss that.
Yeah,
often.
That's
he does not
awesome.
miss that.
Awesome to see. You could tell he's going to be a generational player. Tony's favorite Cincinnati Red is pitcher Graham Ashcraft.
Oh boy, Ashcraft. Oh yes,
he's not really. No, it's just because he pitched really well against the Mets several times this season, and it was a running joke for Brian.
Hey, Graham is another one of those young, talented arms in our star rotation. That he's a gamer. He's a gamer, but he definitely likes to play against y'all.
Yeah, he was doing really well. Starting really in the beginning of the season when the whole Mets season started going downhill. It was all Graham Ashcraft, some young guy hasn't really proved himself. Probably gonna get popped, and then all of a sudden he throws like 6, innings, just one hit ball. It's like, all right.
Now he's honestly a roller coaster. Just like a lot of our pitchers, he has his days that he'll go out and throw 6 non-run innings, but then there's games that he'll just put up a goose egg. So I mean, he'll just give up a ton of runs. So, but he's a gamer. He's another one of our talented arms. So
yeah, and he's young. He's got a future. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So no, a lot to look forward to. That really came together quick, probably a lot quicker than you were anticipating.
No, and it's not even just Cruz. We have Matt McLean. He's another underrated name that's he's getting some attention in the rookie race for the National League Rookie of the Year. So I mean, we have him, Spencer Steer,
Friedel.
Friedel. Yeah, he should have been All-Star this year. I really thought so. He's really that guy who brings the spark, the energy to the top of our lineup. So I mean, we really have a lot of good young talent, and we just brought up Encarnacion Strand. And then Marte, another big name, one of our prospects. So I really think the future is definitely like the sky's the limit. This year, if you asked me beginning, my first appearance on the show, I was a little, I didn't really see this actually happening. I'm always gonna go defend my team and whatnot, but we all had the Reds, finishing the lower pecking order, the National Central and whatnot. But but yeah, it's it just goes to show. We talk about the Yankees and how how organizations are starting to bring up their young talent. Providing a spark and energy, and you see the difference in how that makes how the Reds bring up the young talent, and you see the results. So it's definitely seeing a lot of organizations do that now because they're starting to realize like, well, hey, we're trying to get some people in the stadium, but also you can see the instant impact that some of these prospects are giving to these organizations.
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like you guys got like a lot of these young guys are speedy. Look at all these stolen bases and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's actually great.
And I
dude.
think because of the rule changes too, speed is coming back to the game.
Absolutely.
Love that.
So it's the best. It really is. The Michael Bunting, Tony. No,
yeah, that's good, dude.
But it just goes to show like how scoring position, steals, base running, how much important that is now in the game that is as of right now.
Hit and run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Contact. Hitting contact.
Absolutely. Renee knows it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely. The medicinal tea in hand.
Wow.
You don't know what's in here.
Yeah, Renee's the alcohol. Renee's the alcohol.
Tony forgot his water bottle.
How you doing, Renee?
Come on, Tony. That wasn't a good one.
That's funny, dude. You're funny. You're very funny.
But anyway, Tony, just to get to the picks here. So we actually went 5-0 yesterday. I had the one rain out with the Reds. So by default, I'm slotted to take them game one today in the makeup of that game.
So you want to pick first? Oh, you're taking the game one already.
Yeah. I'm saying like that just carries over. But
I like that.
The lead is down to 26-25. And we'll start with you, sir. What do you got?
I'm gonna take the Nationals now. I'm not gonna take the Nationals. Let's see.
just do it.
I don't want to, dude. Let's see. Who's this guy Harris for the Giants?
Hogan Harris.
Hogan Harris. Kyle Harris, 22 years old. San
Kyle
Jose,
Harrison.
California. Dude.
Where did they?
Harrison?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. First. I guess first start, huh?
Major League debut.
Major League debut against the Phillies.
I'm not 100% either.
I don't know which tab is
right there. You had it.
No, it's not this one.
Yes, it is.
This one is this.
No, up. The tennis.
It's not. No, it's not. Come on.
Come on, Tony.
Dude,
So
where is
you're
this coming
better
from?
than this. I don't. What about the live across the earth? Oh, okay.
It was somewhere on that tab.
Okay.
Yo, ESPN, suck it, okay?
Shout out to the company.
Shout out to the company. Give me the Phillies, Taijuan Walker, 13-5. I feel like this might be a good opportunity for Taijuan Walker to try to get his ERA below a 4. It's at a 4.03 here. We know about the good times he's had this season. Obviously, the winning record is huge. Hopefully, there's no ad that pops up or anything. But looking at his last few starts here, Minnesota, a little tough, only 5 innings. Kansas City, a little tough too. I think due to bounce back against the Giants, certainly gonna get the run support. I mean, Bryce Harper had some freaking ridiculous bomb, I think, a couple nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, Kyle Schwarber did. I think his 33rd home run, which I feel like that guy always like sneaky, like
even if he's hitting 160.
Literally, dude.
Yeah.
I still think he leads the league in strikeouts.
Oh,
honestly.
sure.
Ridiculous, but he's got power. So I just think that the new guy here, Harrison, will certainly get shelled here. And I think the run support will outscore the Giants. I say Phillies here. I'll say 6-3.
Gonna go back to the well. The prospects are up, and I think the Yankees are catching a pitcher at a good time here in Josiah Gray, who's starting for Washington. He's allowed 14 earned runs over his last 3 starts, hasn't gone past the 4th inning. And I just think, the day off, the excitement of the prospects up, Carlos Rodon back on the hill. And I know there's been some thought, oh my God, is Rodon, Sonny Gray, and Carl Pavano and Kagawa. But I think he really hasn't pitched that much this year. I know the numbers aren't good. But I think he's really going to get into his groove. And I think it's good that he's starting with the Nationals. I know they've been better as of late, but at the same time, I mean, they are 57 and 68 for a reason. So I think the Yankees will get the offense going early and often. I'm telling you, Tony, Everson Pereira, 2 for 5 solo home run in his major league debut. Oswald Peraza, 3 stolen bases, and Rodon will go 5 2/3 scoreless, 10 strikeouts, and the Yankees will defeat the Nationals here. We're gonna go 7-3.
He will strike out 10 Yankees tonight. Says Kev too.
Well, let's see what happens, huh?
All right, and then he says Mets are going to end up with a better record than
Let's see
the
what happens.
Yankees. Speaking of the Mets, I'm actually with the Braves tonight, dude.
Wow.
I just think, Tyler McGill on the mound here. Last time he's pitched against the Braves, Mets lost 7-0. I think he lasted 5 1/3, 5 earned run, something along those lines. And I just feel like last night, Matt Olson, I think, didn't get a hit. So I feel like due for a dinger. I feel like McGill, he's someone who I think doesn't even have a place in the team.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Peterson could be used in the bullpen. I don't think McGill can really be used at all, to be honest. Which is unfortunate. I just don't see it out of him. I guess we'll see what they end up doing with him. But yeah, I would say give me the Braves here. It was nice while it lasted for the Mets, playing so well, hitting so well. I think Bryce Elder on the mound too. So the Mets could score a little bit. They've been killing it this August. I know, it's the trends here in baseball, but I think it may be a little bit light here for the Mets. I say the Braves win this one. I'll say 5-2.
All right. I'm going to go with the Dodgers over the Guardians. My guy, Bobby Miller, on the hill
dude.
versus Tony's guy, Noah Syndergaard, 6.57. I think he's going to get hammered by his former team. He's gotten hit by the whole league conceivably this year, and I don't see that stopping right now. So I think Freddie Freeman, 2 dingers, 4 hits, absolute romping. Miller, 5 2/3, 12 strikeouts. Dodgers 10, Guardians 1.
Love it, dude. I'm gonna go for my last pick here. I'm gonna go with the Padres, dude. Because obviously, we have Dwayne over there sporting the Padres hat. We have Brian over there getting ready to go to San Diego. Blake Snell wants to welcome in Brian. Okay. I think Blake Snell, who we know, he's been really picking it up after an abysmal start and what looked like Blake Snell could be finished. I think now has a sub-3 ERA this season. 2.65, 10-8. We know about the woes offensively for the Padres, but again, I just think Juan Soto knows Brian's coming to town. I think the Marlins and Jesus Luzardo might get kind of shelled here. So give me the Padres here, winning 5-0. Blanket.
Wow. I'm going to go with the Mariners. Wu versus Clevenger. Clevenger has the better numbers here, but the Mariners are just red hot.
Yeah.
Won again last night, and the White Sox, their season's been over for a while. So I'm going to say the Mariners are going to win a slugfest 9-6 over the White Sox.
Love it, dude.
So,
great pick segment right there.
Yeah.
Dwayne, lock of the night. Dwayne, what do you got?
What I got?
I know, I'll put you on the spot.
I know. I'm going to say that the Reds take both games in a doubleheader tonight.
Wow. Lock it in. Parlay.
Lock it in.
Little parlay.
10 toes down.
Wow.
Looks like the night game, 9:38.
Graham
Ashcraft, Giolito. And then they have an early game?
Yeah, go down. Go up. You're supposed to have a doubleheader today. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
The first game's at 6:30, I believe.
What the fuck?
ESPN just messed it up.
Honestly, it's very likely that ESPN just doesn't have it listed.
Yeah.
Because they don't give a shit about baseball and they kind of the trash in general, dude.
Yeah.
Just double checking MLB app, which I never use anymore. Let's see scores for today, Tuesday. Reds Angels. It's not here, dude. Did they reschedule it for Wednesday?
Oh, they did reschedule for Wednesday. That's what it is. So my
4:07,
pick will have to be for
9:38.
the Ashcraft game, but we get it.
Yeah, you got the Ashcraft game.
Yeah.
That's fine. I guess tomorrow.
I mean, come on, Tony. It is funny at this point.
I just muted it, dude. Excellence isn't anymore.
Jeez.
All right, dude, just like that. Picks of the night, baby.
Just like that. Picks of the night.
Bet the Reds.
Bet the Reds. Screen time?
Oh yeah, screen time. You may appreciate this, Brian. Last night I watched the documentary on the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. You know,
Wow.
they had a messy
There you go.
divorce, very public.
Right.
You know, Brian. So you'd be kind of riled for it. I don't know if you were following it for when it happened. This happened like last year.
No, I remember the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Everyone said at the trial she was doing blow and all that stuff.
Yeah. Did you know she pooped on their bed, dude?
I mean,
Did you know that?
I think I heard something.
There's a whole documentary on that, wasn't there?
Yeah. I watched that last night. I think Manny watched some of it too. 3-episode documentary, an hour each. You got a 3-hour, area there. It was okay. But we'll be breaking it down, in on Screen Time at noon with Manny in studio, as well as I think they came out with a new teaser for Good Burger 2, Brian. Now, I don't know if you're into Good Burger, but I don't know if you heard of it, but
No, I haven't heard of it.
Never heard of Good Burger?
Never heard
No.
of Good Burger.
Come on, dude.
Michael would be disappointed in you.
Yeah, he would be.
Wow.
But it sounds, is it one of those like goofy?
I mean, it was a Nickelodeon movie for kids when we were growing up. It was a 90s movie, so it was like, you can still watch
It's
it as
all
an
about
adult.
the 90s.
Yes, as you know, Brian. But they are making a second one, which probably, in my opinion, is a big mistake.
Yep.
I mean, Brian, we've seen it all too often.
Leave it alone.
You leave it alone. It's been 30 years. Now you're trying to revive it. Like, it never works, dude. Okay.
Think Mall Cop 2.
Mall Cop 1 is when we made, dude.
But aren't they like 50 years old now? Like, isn't Keenan and aren't they like in their 50s or 40s?
They gotta be like in
Like-
their 40s, yeah, by now. And
Super
it's like-
Troopers 2?
Super Troopers 2. I didn't even see it. I heard bad things about it. Did you see the first one? I feel like you're kind of American Pie
but just like because of Pooch, not because I was like
into it.
seeking to watch it. Yes.
All right. Whatever you need to, help you sleep at night, Brian.
So I know Brian doesn't watch movies.
No, he does not
Well,
watch movies, dude.
It depends. I mean, it has to be good, which
Right.
is very hard. these
American
days.
Pie.
American Pie, Renee.
That's what you want to watch?
I'd watch it. Stifler's mom. Anybody? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Stifler's mom, Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, starring in White Lotus.
Yeah. Great show. Did you watch White Lotus?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Both
Tony.
seasons?
Yeah, just the second
The
season.
second season. You should watch the first season. First season.
I
was
tried
really
watching
good,
the
dude.
first season, but it was too much and I just had to turn it off. Like I can't do that. Like the people walking down like to the beach and like they just looked like complete weirdos. Like, what are you doing? Get off my screen.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But that's basically all we're breaking down, I think, for screen time today. And then, a few other obviously tidbits of news there. So it should be a great episode. Oh, actually, there's a new trailer for a movie, thriller movie with JT, dude. Justin Timberlake.
Oh
So are you a big Justin Timberlake guy?
no.
No. Sam?
I don't think like anything in particular.
No. That's all right, dude. But it's gonna be coming. It's gonna be a good job. That's Kev.
Yeah.
Actually says, he says, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger man. Take your order." I can't believe you haven't. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, just listen to that imitation. How is that funny, Tony? And I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the person who said it.
I think you're talking about me, honestly.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you
I
get it. You get it. It's like the Harry Potter talk. Bless you.
Thank you.
You know,
I thought it was a
Hermione.
sound effect.
What? No, I sneezed on
Oh,
that one,
bless
dude.
you.
Sorry.
um,
Who cares?
but yeah, no, definitely tune into that for sure.
Noon, dude. Manny, let's go.
Um,
Manny's bringing lunch today.
but other than that, fellas, anything else you wanted to mention on the way out here?
Wait, anything else, dude?
Hey,
Closing comments?
Joe Shiesty, Bengals, Super Bowl. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Oh, yeah,
Lock it in.
baby.
Has the mink coat ready to go?
Yeah,
Let's go,
dude.
let's
Love
go.
to hear it.
Yeah,
Throw a
we're
couple shekels up
Right.
there. Could be a nice payday.
we're ready for some football. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude.
And then we got Hard Knocks tonight.
Oh, that's
episode
right.
3.
10 o'clock tonight, dude. Hard Knocks comes on.
Over
max,
under 100
dude.
F bombs.
I mean, 100 seems like a lot, dude. Although I heard that Rogers like bugs out this episode or something. I don't know, dude.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Oh, he
Who
lost
told
his
you that?
Zen?
Jay said that.
Bugs out at who?
I don't know. I think the team for not like doing the right thing. I think or something.
Well, that's what a leader does. You know, it's not.
I know, but I'm
Aaron
saying
Boone
he's-
bringing milk and cookies. You know,
Right. Milk and cookies, dude.
even though I mean some warm milk and cookies. I mean, not bad. No.
Do you do warm milk?
No, not warm milk, but warm cookies.
Oh, warm cookies. Yeah. But you
Yeah.
ever done the microwave milk?
No.
Dwayne?
Definitely not.
Nah,
No, yeah, me neither. I never
Do
really.
the nighttime?
What? Renee, do you? Do you heat up your milk?
Do you? It seems like you do.
No, I never had more milk, but it was like always a thing in movies. Like
I
Oh.
know.
mom like warms up milk for the kid. And
Yeah.
it's disgusting. And I drink milk every night at dinner. but
How about just have
That's
a cappuccino?
disgusting.
You know?
Because you're 6 years old, Brian.
I mean, I don't know, but come on, you could have coffee at 6. It's fine. Like,
I don't-
everybody
I don't-
bugs
I don't
out
know,
about
dude.
everything. Like, all right,
All right, fine. When you have a kid, I want to see him.
coffee.
I want to see him.
6 years old.
Cappuccino. Yeah, 6 years old. On the 6th birthday.
Yeah,
Cappuccino.
exactly.
Yeah. Don't delight.
But yeah, so another great one in the books. Gonna miss everybody over the next week, but I assure you, Tony and company will hold down the fort here. And once again, appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Costume. Shout out to the company, Yanni, Josh B, Kev Do. Appreciate them being in the house today. Everybody checking out the merch at downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy screen time. Let's see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.